Do you recognize the swag that I'm rocking here?
It looks very spring training-ish.
I had to bring this out of storage, okay? Because I'm not gonna lie. Once you left the Giants, I almost burned my stuff. Okay.
What?
We're thrilled to have you back to the Golden State here. I gotta say, man, out of all the athletes I've worked with, all the people I've met in the past, you're hands down one of my favorite guys, dude.
What?
Yeah,
oh
man.
My gosh, Johnny,
Yeah.
that is so kind. I cannot believe it. Thank you so much for saying that. I wouldn't say, even though I didn't play for the Giants, I didn't leave the Giants. It was just what happened last year, and I got this great opportunity with the Rangers.
Yep.
And the fact that they brought me back after having a good year and proving that the swing changes can make a difference, I'm just super honored to come back to where I've had so many great memories. And thanks for not burning this stuff.
I got you, man. Well, listen, it's good to have you back. So right now you are back in Scottsdale, Arizona, where we hung out, where we shot that MLB MTV crossover piece.
Yeah, that was on our game field, our spring training game field.
They didn't finish it. Oh, and you two definitely didn't finish it. Well, it looks like a tie, guys. So you're both winners or losers.
Good job, guys.
Oh, it's been about a day. Good game.
What's it like being back in Scottsdale and basically riding out this quarantine and going through this pandemic?
It hasn't hit any of my family. I have all this time that I've never had before, spending great time with Alexis, my wonderful wife.
Look at the confidence back here.
I don't really know what I'm doing whatsoever.
Just don't worry about it. Just go. Just go ham.
Making home trainings and doing all of that stuff, hitting off of wiffle ball machines. But also I've used this time to kind of really study kind of myself, but also meditating, reading, and just studying kind of consciousness and life in general.
It's really like a strange byproduct of this whole shutdown, this pandemic, to kind of like relax, take a break, slow down, and like you said, man, kind of self-reflect and work on some things that I feel like I needed to work on. Obviously not my swing.
You always need to work on your swing, no matter how good you get.
I mean, you started all the way back in 2007, right? After all the success that you've had over the years, what was it that made you kind of want to go back, tweak some things?
Baseball is a game of adjustments, just like life. You have to adjust, because in baseball, there is no mercy.
No.
You have to get the job done or you're out. Obviously, I reached that point. I had a really bad year. I still felt strong because I knew that my exit velocity was through the roof. It was just my launch angle was way off. And as you get older, you have to do every little thing right, and you start really mastering the craft and looking at it in different ways. And one of my favorite athletes to watch, one of the best, is Tom Brady. I respect him a lot, as
Me
far
too.
as mastering craft and discipline. And what I've learned is that having a proper swing is better than being strong. And having a proper swing is better than being fast. I was like, I'm strong enough and fast enough. Let's see if I can master this technique.
Hitting a major league pitcher is arguably the most difficult thing to do in sport. I'm looking up to you at the same way you're looking up to Tom Brady.
It's 6:15 in the morning. We're here with Hunter, and we're headed to the Dominican Republic.
In between seasons, you went back to the Dominican Republic. They actually did a documentary on that. Tell me a little bit about, what the purpose was of going there, what you learned.
Last year was just absolutely incredible. So after, the final year of my contract with the Giants, it was probably the worst year of my whole career. Well, definitely the worst year of my whole career. And a lot of times when you get old and you have a bad year, you don't get another chance. I wanted to try to master this new swing in games, and I had no idea whether I was going to get an opportunity or not. There's a lot of winter ball leagues, but one of the greatest is the Dominican Republic Winter Leagues. And so I called a couple of teams, end up negotiating a good deal with La Romana, the Toros.
For him to want to play in this league, X amount of championship rings, it's unreal. His agent got in touch with us. Once I heard that it was Hunter Pence, I thought it was a joke.
Tranquilo, what's up?
The swing just kind of worked out. It didn't go that well in the Dominican Republic, but everything clicked in spring training.
Kind of seeing how fleeting being a major league athlete in a major league sport is, and how it could be there one season and gone the next. I mean, do you think that kind of changed you and gave you more of like an appreciation for the game?
Absolutely. And honestly, it changed my appreciation of every little thing. Baseball in Dominican Republic is like almost religion. And all of like my teammates, they all look at each other as brothers, and they all like love each other, and they all share the knowledge and pass it down. All the players that succeed, they bring so much back to the country to try to help out and improve it. It's this like unique community that all looks out for each other.
And some of the best players in Major League Baseball are from the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, that passion leads into like many successful players and great talent. They're very gifted at the sport of baseball.
It's not easy when it's tough. That's when you find out what you're made of.
Well, now you are back. You've gone through this whole new training process, reinventing your swing. How difficult has it been with this delay in the season to kind of stay sharp?
Well, it's definitely difficult. Obviously, right now, it's not a perfect world for anyone. And the goal is to make the best of what the situation has. And so I feel pretty confident that I've stayed on par and am ready. They're now letting us go to the facility with the Giants, only 4 players at a time. So I'm actually getting work one-on-one with coaches, pitching machines. And not only like physically, like I said, once again, some of my favorite stuff has been the mental work that I've gotten to do in this time, and a lot of the consciousness exploration and meditations and reading and knowledge and stuff. I wanted to actually ask you, Johnny, what has been some of the stuff that you've learned most about yourself and really like settling down and getting rooted for a little bit?
So the last 15 years of my life, I was actually just having this conversation with my girlfriend. I feel like I've been redlining it for the last few years with the challenge, with the addition of First Look, with the projects I had going on in between. I've found like a love for like gardening. So I'm out and like I've landscaped my entire outside of my house. And so we've got all of these succulents. Look at all these. Got like an army of succulents over here. Dude, you should see my patio. I mean, it looks like something out of Better Homes and Gardens right now, all right?
That's what I'm talking about, Johnny. You're speaking my language. I feel like one of the biggest, most important things that, I guess something I'm passionate about moving forward is the restoration of the planet and like getting more plants on the earth and getting more trees on the earth. Because this is what we're breathing, and we need to heal the earth. I think that this is kind of a wake-up call to humanity. Totally. Like, hey, you need to take care of Mother Earth.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you for that.
I'm doing my part, from a very micro level to, again, help Mother Earth.
That's how you impact the whole, is you change yourself and you change the world. Your action is the language of physical reality, and to act with healing and restoration and adding plants and adding to the world is changing everyone. That you just got me like that. I want to tell you, like, thank you for doing that.
It's called the butterfly effect.
And guess what? You just told me about that, and then we just had this conversation, and we don't know how many people are going to hear this and be like, you know what? Maybe I'll plant a few plants in my backyard.
What's one of like your big takeaways from this?
One of the big things is just like try to embody more faith, more love, being an inspiration. Try to be the example of the way you want people to be. I've realized that like if someone, let's say someone treats you badly, you want to respond to the same energy that they're giving you, because it's just natural. But hate doesn't stomp out hate. It just creates more hate. I want to be unconditional loving to humans, to earth, to whatever. I want to be forgiving, and I want to create a future that kids are going to enjoy.
I mean, we're obviously going through a very difficult time right now. How important do you think professional sports are, baseball, in particular, to come back to almost give people something to help us heal as a nation?
Well, I definitely think we need to make sure that everything is in alignment, so that we're doing everything proper, because to lose one life is too many in my opinion. But I do think that it's a powerful message. Sports inspire people. Anyone mastering their craft is very inspiring, even if it's a chef or if it's, the reality TV star. We just got to make sure we do everything at the right time. And I do think that it's going to be a big lift to the spirits. It's a very big deal.
Amen, brother. And listen, speaking of inspiration, your wife, Alexis, huge inspiration for you. Would she mind popping on real quick and talking about Pineapple Labs?
Yes, because she's way more informed.
Well, guys, there you have it. Another day in quarantine. I got to cut Hunter's hair.
I was not expecting to come on this, Johnny.
Well, welcome. We want to hear about Pineapple Labs and how you came up with this brainchild.
Well, Hunter and I did a lot of coffee reviews during the season. So it kind of just made sense for the evolution of where that was going for us to finally come out with our own specialty coffee line. This isn't just like a simple cup of coffee. You know, it goes back to like making sure the barista is being taken care of, making sure the roaster is being taken care of, making sure the farmer and their family and that economy of that underdeveloped country is also being taken care of.
It's a big impact on a lot of, it's a widespread impact.
Yeah. Each month is a new coffee with a new mug. Each month we pick a new charity. For the month of June, which is great Father's Day gifts, we have an amazing mug coming out that we designed ourselves.
So admirable, you two. I got to say, and
it's all of us because it takes everyone, that purchases the coffee as well.
Well, listen, you guys, you're providing great mugs. I had an amazing time catching up with your two mugs.
The mug life chose us, let me just tell you.
and Lexi, I got to say, good job keeping our boy Hunter in shape. Can't wait to see what you guys are going to do next. Hunter, best of luck.
Thank you. Congrats.
Thank you, Johnny.
Yeah, thank you.